Hi everyone, Kelly McElroy here with Creating Wellness Today. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we're going to be talking about food and your mood. Now, did you know that there's an energy to your food? This might not be something that you think about when you're eating your meals, but there is. So look at chicken, for example. It's a really high energy animal, right? It's always running around and just, I don't know, full of energy. So, when we're sick, when we've got the flu or a cold, we often crave chicken soup. Well, there's a reason for that. It's because the chicken is actually passing along that energy to us, and it helps us to feel better. Much like on a really cold winter day, we often will crave something like beef or root vegetables, right? Like a stew. And that's because, well, beef is a slow moving animal, right? And they're very warming. And same thing with the root vegetables. They come from the ground, so they're grounding and they're calming. So it's really kind of like giving us comfort food on, on a cold day. So the energy that it's giving us is more of that warming, grounding feeling. And, think of it cutting into a fresh watermelon on a hot day, right? It's really cooling and refreshing. So there's a lot of benefits to the food that we eat, but for today, I really want to focus on food and your mood. And this is a big one. There's definitely a lot of foods that we can eat that are going to help us to improve our mood. Now, whether you're just feeling blue or whether you suffer from depression and anxiety or SAD, which is seasonal affective disorder, there's definitely a lot of foods that can help you with this. Now, you're going to want to ensure to be eating plenty of these to make sure that you get maximum benefit. So don't be afraid to bulk up on them. Now, the foods that we really want to focus on if we are suffering from depression or from anxiety are foods like whole grains, like millet, quinoa, kamut, brown rice. Now, kamut, I love kamut, and I actually eat a lot of kamut pasta, which I get in my organic section at Superstore. You can probably buy it at Loblaws or other grocery stores. And, it's a really great alternative to more refined foods such as pasta, right? So we are going to want to eat lots of fresh fish and seafood, which is very important. We want to focus on our salmon, halibut, shrimp, and tuna. Those are the best mood boosting fish and seafood choices that we could make. You're also going to want to have lots of fermented foods, okay? So sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, and you can make these yourself, right? You don't have to buy them. You can buy them, but you can make them. I've just started brewing kombucha. I'm having a blast with it. So far, I'm really loving my lemon ginger kombucha and really excited to be finally doing this myself. And I'm getting lots of benefits, including for my gut. So, I'm getting all that good bacteria into my belly, which is what I want. Now, also for mood, you're going to want to bulk up on your fresh leafy greens. So Swiss chard, kale, spinach, eat lots of those. All fresh veggies and legumes are going to be really great for really boosting your mood. Now, for those of you who love dark chocolate, I've got good news for you. If you have a little chunk every day, it's very good for you. And particularly, it does help you as well to really boost your mood. So go for it. Eat a little chunk of dark chocolate every day. Fresh berries. In particular, you want dark berries. So the darker the better. So something like a blackberry is going to be one of the best berries that you can have for your mood. Again, the darker, the better. And lastly, turmeric, saffron, and Brazil nuts. Now, don't overdo it on the Brazil nuts, okay? 1 to 2 a day is what you want. And really, yes, nuts are good for us. They are a healthy fat, but too much can go to our waistline, right? So we want to keep it into moderation. All right, so now I've just given you a list of some foods. There's others that you can eat, but these are, some really key ones that you're going to want to bulk up on. But I want to focus on 2 of them, okay, from this list. So let's first start with fresh fish and seafood. Now, why is this important? How can this help boost your mood? Well, you're going to definitely want to eat lots of this daily. If you are suffering from anxiety or depression, or I shouldn't say daily, but weekly at least, you want to be eating lots of it. If you're suffering from anxiety or depression, you may also benefit from having a very good supplement, okay? You can also get a good fish oil supplement. Now, I highly recommend the Biomega from USANA. I'm not going to get into the benefits of it here and now because that's not what we're talking about, but if you have questions about it, you can certainly feel free to message me as a sidebar, and I'm happy to tell you more. But you may want to even talk to your doctor to find out how much should I take every day that I'm going to see the maximum benefits, okay? How much before I'm really going to start seeing that difference in my mood, okay? So you can talk to your healthcare provider about that. Now, let's get to the why. So why is fish and seafood good for our mood? Well, it's really those omega-3 fatty acids and the DHA. Now, we already have DHA in our brains, okay? So it's produced naturally. But when we are suffering from anxiety or depression or even just being blue, it means our DHA levels are actually coming down, okay? They're down, they're low. They're not coming down, but they're low, right? So we need to boost them back up again. And that's where the DHA is going to really come into play. So it's going to help get those levels back up so that we can start to improve and get our mood up, right? And so really important, as I said, to be having those daily and make sure, not daily, sorry, weekly, make sure that you are getting this into your weekly diet and thinking about getting a supplement so that you can help increase your mood from the DHA. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is turmeric. Now, turmeric is becoming more widely known as a superfood, and it should be. So it does have a lot of amazing health benefits, but I want to talk about one, which of course is how it improves our mood. So we are now discovering that turmeric has really, really big anti-inflammatory properties for us, okay? So when inflammation is high in our body, we are actually starting to learn that that is also something that is affecting mood and affecting, depression and anxiety. So we really need to get we really need to get that inflammation down in our bodies. So, if you're not working out enough, if you're not eating properly, if you smoke cigarettes, if you drink too much, you stay up too late, these are all things that are going to cause inflammation in our body. This is where the turmeric is going to come into play. Now, in particular, the curcumin and the turmeric, that is what has the really, really powerful anti-inflammatory properties, okay? Now, in addition, turmeric actually boosts our DHA levels, okay? So as we learned from eating fish and seafood, that's going to help elevate our mood. Now, you can use turmeric in lots of foods. You can even sprinkle it in some foods and you really won't taste it. Like if you sprinkle it into soups and stuff, in moderation, you won't taste it. Obviously, if you put lots in, you're going to taste a lot more, but you can certainly use it in moderation as well. But we're lucky today because there's also some capsules that you can get. So do some research, find some high quality turmeric capsules, and definitely take those. And again, you can also talk to your healthcare provider to find out how much you should be taking in order for it to really start affecting your mood and helping to elevate it and have you feeling a little bit better. All right, so we've talked about foods that you should eat. We can't forget about the foods that you shouldn't eat. We have to focus on those as well. So, first of all, we want to, of course, be avoiding our refined and processed food. Let's cut those out. Let's get rid of sugars and candy and soda, etc. They are not going to help your mood. Okay, and, think about having a sugar crash, right? What goes up must come down. So you might have that burst of energy afterwards, but you are going to crash. And depending on how much you eat, you could crash a little bit hard. So let's get rid of those. White bread, white rice, white pasta, plus Light and puffy makes you fluffy, so forget that. Now, I mentioned the Kamet pasta. It's a great alternative to white pasta. I promise you, if you serve that to people, they're not going to know the difference. They're going to think it tastes delicious. And one of the reasons I love it is I love to make soup, and I find that it holds up really, really well in soup. It doesn't break down, so it's a fantastic pasta. Next, artificial sweeteners. Let's avoid those, as well as our deep fried and non-hydrogenated oils. Let's cut those out. If we get rid of those, we're definitely going to be on our way to helping to improve our mood. All right, so now we've talked about food, but I think there's a couple other things that I want to talk about that are going to help you with working towards improving your mood. And, if you are suffering from anxiety or depression, these things may help as well. So, first of all, vitamin D. We definitely want to make sure that we are getting lots of vitamin D daily. Now, we're coming into spring and summer. This is a great time to get outside and expose our skin to around 15 minutes of sun every day. Definitely try and do it when sun's, not the hottest, okay? So maybe sometime around 11 in the morning, you could go out 10:30, 11, get 15 minutes on your face, on your arms. You could just go for a walk. You don't have to go sit out, but just enough to get that vitamin D in from the sun. We don't want overexposure. We want just enough. And it has a lot of really good healing properties. So make sure to get out in the sun. But again, you can also take a really good supplement. And again, I love USANA's vitamin D and definitely highly recommend it. And again, you can sidebar message me on that. We're not getting into that now. And exercise. So get out, get moving, right? Like I've just taken up something new, tennis. So I think the last time I was talking about squash, but now I'm loving tennis. So, this gets me out. I'm moving around. I'm having a blast. I'm with friends, so I'm laughing. So it's not just that I'm moving, but I'm actually spending time with people that I love. So this is really important. And, it's going to it's going to get our heart rate up. We want to make sure that we get out at least 3 times a week and make sure our heart rate is elevated. So if you're going for a walk, walking is great. Just walk quickly, okay? We're not strolling through the park. We're going to walk quickly to get the heart rate up. It's going to be easy on your joints. So, you don't have to go out running. That's fine. Go for a long walk. Just get moving. Make sure your heart rate is elevated. And I promise that's going to definitely help to boost your mood. Now, when I was talking about tennis, I said I'm spending time with people that I love. So spend time with people you care about. Spend time with people who make you laugh, right? Be around people when you are feeling down, okay? If you suffer from depression and anxiety, if you're just feeling blue, it's going to help. It sounds a little corny and you might laugh at me, but I call it vitamin L, which stands for vitamin love. And let's face it, vitamin L can go a really long way. So get lots of that in your life if you're feeling down. All right, so that's everything. So before I wrap up, I want to quickly just touch on a program that I have running right now. You might say to me, Kelly, my mood is really fine. I have every once in a while I feel a little down, but mostly I'm feeling good. And, I don't think I'm not too concerned about, eating the right foods for my mood. But I want to lose a little weight, or I want to learn to eat cleaner, right? I want some self-care tips. Well, I have the program for you. So in my 12-day quick start to clean eating and healthy living, it's a self-directed program. It's not very expensive, only $56. I promise you the same program is going to cost you a lot more, probably elsewhere, but you're getting everything. So you are going to learn, what foods you should be focusing on to eat clean. You're going to get over 90 recipes. This is awesome. I've got an awesome little recipe book in there. Kitchen makeover, grocery shopping list, self-care tips, supplements, exercise, things to pamper yourself. It's all in there. But best of all, you are getting support from me every step of the way. So I say it's 12 days, but really that's just the jump start, okay? I really want you to use this to make lasting change. But over your first 12 days, from when you purchase, I am there to help you with any questions that you have. You can reach out to me. So even though you're doing it on your own, you're not alone. You have support, and you've got me there to help you every step of the way. And that's everything. So lastly, and you can find the program, on my website, www.creatingwellnesstoday.ca. I think the title right now says Slim Down Challenge. But don't worry about that. It's not really a slim down challenge. It's really more about clean eating and healthy living. That's the core of the program. And I promise if you do the things that are in this program, not only are you going to lose that weight you want to lose, but you're going to feel amazing. And there's many, many, many of those mood boosting foods in there as well. So if if your goal was to increase your mood, this program is going to be fantastic for you as well. Okay. And as always, you can go to my website and go to contact me. So again, www.creatingwellnesstoday.ca. Go to contact me, right into my calendar. You can book a 30-minute discovery session and find out more about what it might be like to work with a health coach. Okay, so we'll just talk a little bit about some of your wellness needs. There's no pressure. It's just simply a discovery session, and we go from there. If it's for you, that's great. If not, that's great too. We can still, I still give you lots of tips, and I'm still here for you any way you cut it. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed my talk tonight on food and mood, and I will look forward to bringing you lots of great material soon. Bye everyone. Take care. See you next time.